This is Investment Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Daily live streaming interactive. Featuring Mrs. Backup. Subscribe, hit the notification, smash the likes. Now, here's Backup Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Investment Perspectives. We've got the coffee brewing in the background. Everybody's pretty much home. We're not allowed to go anywhere. You know, it's still loose and fancy free, but most everything's shut down. So where are we going, right? Okay, so thank you for coming back. Hit the like and subscribe. I hope everybody's hanging tough with whatever impact you're feeling, whether it be financial or health or otherwise. Hang in there. This too shall soon pass. So I want to start with Sergeant Obi-Wan this morning. We're going to talk about the XRP Rich List a little bit and some of the current news in reflection of that. So let's get going here. So starting with Sergeant Obi-Wan, shout out to you, my friend. Banks have to embrace distributed ledger tech even if it kills them. The answer is yes, that is true. It is completely true. And this is all leading somewhere, so stay with me. Ian Northing, another great contributor to the channel. Here we see Ashish Burla, central banks' demands for real-time payments fuel growth for Ripple payment source. So here we go. Paymentsource.com is the original place that came from. Shout out to Ian Northing for the article. Governments are directly advancing real-time digital payments. A welcome move for Ripple. So we all know what Ripple and XRP is designed to do. It is to absolutely serve these entities in this particular area. This is actually very good news to see these kinds of headlines. Also, I want to tell you guys to check out Cryptopolis' latest blog. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but it is going to be a good one, and I already know that because I know what Cryptopolis can do. So I'm going to be checking this out a little later today. Definitely check out that article. And remember, Friday morning at 10 a.m., co-host Cryptopolis right here on this show will be with us. Okay, so now, looking a little further to let everybody know what's going on in the traditional markets, we had an up day yesterday. Now, nothing happened as far as fundamental news-wise that was any reason why we should have had an up day yesterday. I'm not wishing for down days. I'm just suggesting that, that it's, pumped in, money pumped into the market for no reason other than to try to prop it up and make the market look like it's a little more volatile than it actually is. Because it's actually more in decline in my eyes than anything. So, with that being said, Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P futures are once again limit down this morning. You know what is looking good at the moment? That's right. Someone's been filling their XRP bags. And that's exactly right. And we're going to talk about that now. So, yesterday I pointed out that from the 5 million mark up to the highest account of XRP, there is approximately 467 wallets or 476. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's not pertinent. You get the idea. There's not a lot of wallets from the 5 million mark up. Now, the general point about this was this. Generally speaking, I think it's safe for us to assume, and I know what assuming does, but I do think we're in a safe place at 5 million XRP or more, that this is not a retail speculator for the most part. These are partners that are going to plan on using XRP and or bringing utility to its market, to its ledger, right? That they're going to use it for business or banking, period. So 467 wallets there. And if you look over here to the right is where this gets interesting. And you start to add up the total sum in this category, the total sum of XRP in this category from all those wallets, the total sum of XRP from this particular wallet level, and this one, and this one, and this one. And from the 5 million XRP wallet mark on up, right, to over 1 billion, we end up with 40 million XRP in a total sum. 39, 40 million. Just this area right here. Okay? So, with that being said, That means the largest wallet holders from 5 million XRP on up are holding basically 40 billion XRP in their wallets. Well, there's only 43 billion plus in total circulating supply, which means to me that there's actually only 3 billion plus that's really potentially available out here in the market that we have all been buying and selling. I wanted to do a pre-recorded video of this because I think it's very pertinent. I started off this show, this particular video, talking about the fact that the theme of today is central banks need to embrace digital ledger and blockchain technology. They have to embrace the new way. Well, I think they already have. It's no mistake to us that there's over 300 partners on RippleNet, and who knows what the number is now. Maybe it's 467. But what I do know is that if in fact that is true, that those wallets are primarily holders, because they're going to be the larger entities that bring utility to the network, then there's really only about 3 billion plus truly in circulation, which means should we see a systemic importance of cloud-based service providers to banks, which is basically non-financial institutions. Let us not forget all the motions and things that have been happening with the Treasury Department and all the regulatory bodies that have been working feverishly to deal with the fact that crypto and digital assets are here to stay. And it is obvious by what we have learned that they are here to stay, as well as cloud-based services. In this article, it is cited that Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud need to be deemed systemically important to the financial system by FSOC, which is another regulatory body attached to the Treasury. U.S. lawmakers urged FSOC to designate the cloud-based storage system used by major banks as systemically important financial market utilities. I have covered this extensively on this channel. I really do believe the more I dig, the more I look, that this is what needs to come next. Bitcoin and Ethereum have a definition. They have a classification. XRP does not. Now, currently, in the class action lawsuit against Ripple and XRP, they've been given a 28-day extension to be able to put together the points for the case to argue that it's a security, and that I don't know how many days we are into that, but I would think we're very close, if not already over that 28-day mark. I wonder where we are with that class action. If anybody's able to dig up any information or find out anything pertinent, please share it on the channel with us. The other thing I want to point out is that, in order for banks to use cloud-based storage systems like the Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, and you know what else is cloud-based too? RippleNet. That's right, RippleNet. What I believe to be at some point the new digital arm of SWIFT. That's what I believe. I believe at some point RippleNet, because if you think about it, Ripple, the company, is now designated the title from Brad Garlinghouse as a blockchain infrastructure company. So they've built RippleNet. They've introduced the ILP, the XRP ledger, and the token to the world, which is intended to be protocols that are open, permissionless, decentralized as a trust layer that everyone can begin to build on, just like the protocols that are used for the internet today. I know for people that have been on this channel for quite some time, they might think, Brad, why don't we cover something a little different here? Because there isn't much else that's really relevant at this point. If XRP was designed to be used by the banks to solve a liquidity crisis on a global level, then this is the kind of thing we need to see to be able to get the clearance and the designation we need, the clarity we need for banks to be able to use it. I believe that we are not far if, in fact, this market crisis continues in the traditional markets. And from what I showed you, that the futures and everything are down. They've hit a limit down already this morning before the market even opens, and we're 1 hour away from the market opening. Another down day. So whether you understand that the recession is already here and it's being priced in with sell-off or a lack of buys to be able to find the liquidity that the institutions and the corporations need because they already know they're in trouble, the narrative keeps getting pitched to the everyday consumer that there's no problem. This is because of the current health events. Now, with that being said, the current health events are making a huge impact on markets. How do we know that? Because they're shutting everything down. Before all of this happened, we had a very, very strong dollar. Before all of this happened, we had all-time highs in the stock market. What happens after all-time highs? And what's been the global language that everybody's been using, or the verbiage that has been accepted and delivered as a narrative globally? A level playing field. Well, I don't think any of this takes place with us having the strongest dollar in the world and a stock market at the all-time high. And wouldn't you know it, it's not anymore. All right, guys, I just wanted to get some food for thought and discuss the possibility and potential that we're waiting for a designation, a definition, and classification. And I think FSOC and OCC collectively could make that recommendation to the Treasury. The Treasury make that recommendation to Congress, so on and so on and so on. And they might not even have to make it there, but they could make that designation, and then Congress could release legislation after that happens to acknowledge the fact that it's been designated as a SIFMU, SIFMU, right? So that's a terminology I think you're going to want to familiarize yourself with, a systemically important financial market utility. And let's talk more about the fact that there's potentially only 3 billion left in circulating supply. So when this flywheel theory begins to take off at some point, possibly before the designation of that, or possibly afterwards, how quickly will the price really move for XRP, knowing there's potentially only 3 billion plus actually in circulation? All right, guys, hit the like and subscribe. I really do feel like 2020 is the year of the digital asset in the face of everything that we are all going through together. And I don't think there's one person on this globe that isn't affected in the same way today. So I wish all of you well, hodl strong, and just know that this too shall soon pass. I will talk to you guys on the other side. Don't forget, new show times are Monday through Thursday, 12 p.m. Eastern, and on Friday at 10 a.m. with co-host Cryptopolis. I'll catch you all on the next one.